welcome back to some more Dwarf Fortress 2015 with me, the Green Dragon, and the caravan should arrive soon, and we are slowly setting up our... That is an upstairs, right? Right. We're slowly setting up a water supply to help with the lack of... well, good stuff. This will need to be channeled out, all this will need to be dumped. We're gonna make the most awesomest hospital ever. Except we don't have any doctors, but other than that it's gonna be the perfect medical facility. But who needs doctors anyway, right? And meanwhile we are smoothing out the front area so that we can engrave it properly and be awesome that way. Here we are still constructing that landing because we have run out of microline blocks. I have resumed the production of those to turn all of our microline into set blocks because microline blocks are awesome as opposed to non-microline blocks, which are kind of meh really. Okay, and assuming that I'm gonna assume that we won't have enough power on a single windmill for that, so we're gonna channel out 3 areas. You know, air enough for 3 windmills, just in case. Okay, thank God there's the caravan. Random miner can be the broker. Actually no, if no one is good at it, then Godon here will be the guy. Because he's not doing anything important right now. He can't make any booze right now. So we're gonna use him instead. Drinking water, that is so embarrassing for a dwarf, I have to say. Okay, unloading their goods. Still getting to there. Okay, what do I want? I want leather. We will eventually want to make clothing, and I want a goodish supply of leather for that. Anything else that I want? I want irony type rocks because... and castrite. Because those will allow us to make better alloys for our armor industry, such as it is. Okay, galena, don't want. Platinum maybe, but not really. Bismuthinite for shinier. A bronze maybe. Rhyolite, obsidian, andesite, gold nuggets, lignite. Lignite is coal though, right? I'm pretty sure that's coal. I don't think they actually have any iron. Jeez. Huh. Interesting. That's very interesting actually. What do you want? Prepared meals, splints, and toys. Prepared meals might be doable if we buy enough raw food and then cook it up, but we would need barrels. Lots and lots of empty barrels. Okay, so in terms of stuff, I'm gonna give wood cutting to these 2 guys as well, so that they have something to do during the winter. So, now we start bringing out all the goblets which we made with great foresight. Are still making, in fact, I'm pretty sure. This will probably be enough. Let's do a 4th set. Don't want to bulk the dwarf stuff. Well, we might as well bring them all out, since we're bringing most of them anyway. Let's see just how much we can get from them. Grab some random stuff from them. First thing I'm doing is buying some booze. Okay, first few goblets are out. Time to buy some booze. Okay, so let's see what they have in terms of booze. Rum, booze, wine, ale. Oh, they came so equipped. They must have heard. Wine, rum. Okay. Beer. Trading that. Ale. Okay. So they get a tiny bit of profit if we do it this way. Let's do it like that. There we go, that's good. That gets us started on our dwarves being, well, happy again, essentially. Which is great. Okay, we'll buy all the cloth and leather they have as well in a moment, because that is some good stuff. And while you're bringing those out, good. We're gonna keep all of the finished goods in here, just to keep them inside where they're safer, if not actually safe. Okay, you're heading back to trade at the depot, good. Any exotic metals that they have, I will grab, just in case we get someone with a mood. You know, someone who wants to create an artifact. As well as any actual gem stuff, I think. Hell, they even have some steel bars. And some... You know, why not get some glass as well? Hell, they even have some wood. That is so nice. And ropes. I do like ropes. Okay. No gypsum though. Which is a little less good since we could use that. Let's just get started trading some of the stuff there and bins. A few bins. Okay, so why don't we trade that for now? You're fucking insane. I'll give you one of the masterworks and a crappy one in addition to what I was already offering. There you go. I mean, I'm all for us making a good deal, but you have to be reasonable, man. Guy. Just gonna grab that as well, because all the threading is good. And they have actual plump helmets, which is perfect, because we can get seeds from those. Once we either eat them or, you know, brew them, which is perfect. Cave turtles are good too because they leave shells which can be turned into crafts. Or I think you could make some armor pieces from bone or shells. Definitely from bone, I don't remember about shells. Gonna keep those. I'm assuming our hunter isn't doing anything because he's no doubt run out of bolts. Not the steel ones, but we will grab the crappier ones. The iron and copper ones. And there is some seedage here. Not the flour, but seeds definitely. Cause that is some good stuff. Cave wheat seeds, plump helmet spawn, seeds. Okay. Spawn. Ooh, there's more plump helmet spawn. Alright. And there are some weapons here. Let's see if I can get the stuff I already asked for. Whoa. Whoa. There. Easy, tiger. And then we'll see about getting some more stuff. Yeah, there is some stuff. We could get a few quivers and the like, just to make sure we can, you know, equip some more hunters. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. And then grab some basic weapons. Not gonna grab any armor, I think, but some basic weapons could be good. Like, what do we have here? What do we have? Crossbow, mace. Yeah, just some maces, really. Ooh, steel crossbow, bismuth bronze crossbow. Yeah, I really think that that is a good idea. Just so that we can equip some basic militiamen and give them the most basic, just a weapon, really. Having 3 or 4 guys that just have a couple of crappy maces could be good. It really could be. And I think that's more or less everything that they have. Unless we grab some milk and some empty barrels, which I actually will do. Unless we actually want some animals, but that I think is not a productive thing to do. I think that's more or less everything we needed, actually. Well, there are some bags. Sand, wheat. Let's see how much all of these cost put together. More than I can afford, I expect, at this point. You know, if you give me all of that... Right, I have to actually exit that. Yeah, that's not gonna be good enough. So I'm gonna drop a couple from the list. Yay, so. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Perfect. And that leaves us in a pretty good position. And I am actually gonna remove the rest of these from the pending list, because we no longer need them here. We have gotten everything and then some in terms of what we needed. So we're good. We are actually quite good. If you can start bringing stuff inside. This was very full of wind. They didn't have any access though. I think I did have some copper though with that. I'm gonna temporarily enable all the jobs on that. Weapons, copper, battle axe, there we go. Because I am pretty sure I bought myself some copper there. After you forge some gold goblets, that's gonna be a thing. Yeah, people are happily moving stuff over. Okay, wheat. Okay. Yep, looks good. That actually all looks good. 2 dedicated farmers might not be enough, but they can just... I'll leave it so that all the dwarves harvest and just those 2 plant, so they'll, you know, get things done eventually. Eventually. Meanwhile, you are bringing the barrels downstairs, which is exactly as it should be. Exactly as it should be. Obviously, it'll take a little while for them to carry all the things. And I did get at least some steel, so why don't I make a steel battle axe for the other woodcutter, because we do need to start a wood industry. Not being able to produce even bins and barrels is extremely restrictive. So I'm gonna fix that right about now. It's gonna be awesome, trust me, it's gonna be awesome. Wondering if I should make a jam stockpile somewhere. Might be useful. And okay, actually let's check one more time if I see anything I like. Like anything at all. I could grab some bronze scrap. Like the high boots, the shield. And that's about it. They don't really have a full set, do they? Yeah, they don't. The rest is just random stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Unless I want to take the trap components, which I don't think I do, it's not really worth it. So, you're free to go. We're done here. We're gonna be carrying stuff forever now. Just so you know. It is an unfortunate truth of what is gonna be happening there. Apparently we have a pair of pants, which we have somehow acquired. And he's out of ammunition on the hunt. Well, at least he's gonna go practice. Start getting some skill with that hunting. Which I assume he doesn't have a lot of. Okay. Up here. Like this, we're gonna make a seed storage. Specifically so that these guys can have seeds right next to their little farming plots. Yeah, I think that's a valid reaction to how things are and should be. And someone became a fisher dwarf, no less. Apparently they've been picking up skills now, of all kinds. Don't have an axe dwarf weapon. They should be able to pick one up at this point because, yeah, copper and steel battle axes. Okay, I think they picked them up now though. Yes, they did. Excellent. So when winter comes, we will deforest the, let's say, the northern part of this shore, like so. I think that's reasonable. And we're gonna cut down this crap as well. Yeah, that's okay, because even if the trees die here, well, not yet, but once they die, that's still fine, because we have the door to block any inflow of water anyway. Gods, it's taking them a long time to do their things, isn't it? Okay. We're gonna add a limit. For now, 5-10 on both is good. Just maintain a stock of between 5 and 10 bins and barrels, unfilled ones, at all times. And that is a pretty reasonable amount, I think. Making a barrel, good. And booze. Yep, start boosting it up, I think. Booze is good. We should have booze. Bins, even more so. Having a lot of bins will help a great deal, since it will make all of these tasks moving one goblet at a time. He'll be able to just put 30 or 40 of them in a bin and move them at once. It will be a lot faster. Also have some gems, debating doing something with those. Nothing happening here as well. Yeah, everything's come to a standstill essentially while this carrying thing is going on. No, don't get me wrong, I need this stuff. And the explosion has begun. Kittens! Okay, and the baby alpaca became an alpaca. Great. You know, that is all well and good. But how about we make a gold bridge here? Yeah, gold. Just disable that so that he actually used the metal crafter skill to make it when that comes up. Yeah, that is good, we like that. We'll move the food stuff downstairs, the butcher, tanner, brewer, you know, stuff like that. Like to this level. Will be awesome. Okay, so 5. Expanding slowly outwards till we have, what do we need? 1 more. So like this, 12. So we can have a nice double line on each side for a total of 40 seats. Possibly made of gold. I love gold. I don't know, does it seem like an abrupt end if we do it this way? Or should we taper it out a bit more like this? We'll do it like this at first and then we'll expand. If we need to. Let's try it like this. Have a place like that. And we're out of native gold ore, which is fine, which is perfectly fine. Actually have a gem guy, a gem setter no less, which is the more valuable of the 2 gem skills, I would say. Guess we might build a gem thing now. Is that it on the migrants? Just 3? Okay, if it's just a 3, it's just a 3. Gonna make one of them a farmer. One of them can be a generic gem guy, and one of them can be... I don't know. I think he can stay a brewer. We're gonna need 2 brewers anyway, I expect. So he can start practicing. Might as well. The river should freeze soon, and then we are gonna start the woodcutting of the ages. Something to really piss the elves off, you know? Just really stick it to them. Just, fuck them. We will be making gold doors for a lot of these places, or electrum doors, depending on how much gold we actually have. I don't know yet, but it looks like a goodish amount, so we may well be... Okay, and that is very much frozen. In which case, all of this gets dug out to recover our stuff. I want my stuff back. Give it back to me. So you can't fish right now, in theory. Okay. Refuse. I don't want you ignoring refuse from outside, because that means that this stuff doesn't get gathered and we can't butcher it properly, and then it just ends up full of suck. you know. And we want to limit the amount of suck here, if possible, so, you know. Anything in these ice walls? No? Okay, good. Okay, good. And there is our starting supply set that got dumped into the river due to the game deciding that I needed to die in a fire, essentially. Claim all these, but I want all of this dumped downstairs. Actually, no. Undump this. We're gonna bring stuff downstairs and then we're gonna dump whatever remains there and doesn't get gathered back. I think that will be more reasonable. So yeah, just come here, gather all the barrels and stuff that we actually have there and go with that.
No more fishing.
Yes, there isn't any more fishing. Well, they're actually trying to catch stuff in there. What do we have, like 3 different biomes here? Just block that off. Wow, they're trying to fish there as well. That is ridiculous. We can see that some of our bins are coming in and being, you know, goblets being stored up into the bins, which is a good thing, obviously. Alright. Having gold in the walls of this will improve the value, and, you know, a engraved gold wall will be worth a lot more than just a basic stone wall engraved with, you know, the same thing. So it improves the value of the architecture and just general awesomeness of the fortress. What we're playing for is this created wealth thing here, really. That's in a way our high score. How much wealth the fortress can create before it implodes inevitably. So yeah, that's something we need to pay attention to because it matters. Yes, that looks good. Right. Right. We're gonna need a guy for... And you are placing stuff in barrels, right? Yeah, we're gonna need a guy for mechanics and such. Okay, I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you all for watching, I hope you enjoyed this and I'll see you guys in the next one. See you there.